Changing rear tire on an 87 Yamaha Riva 200. Never done this before, so we're gonna learn together. But I took the side panel off the right side and I'm trying to get this axle nut off. I got my air gun out, but it's being a little bit of a pain in the ass. Stuck a breaker bar in here to stop the wheel from spinning as well. And it is a 22 millimeter nut. Just does not want to move. I'm gonna keep soaking it with PV Blaster. See what we can do. This might take a bit. Alright, let's try a less sophisticated way. It's got my breaker bar on. I'm gonna jump on this thing. Let's see if it breaks. Probably wasn't it. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, I need that extension. Alright, I'm doing this off camera. Ha! I win. Alright, got the nut off. Man, did I have to do a lot of work in order to do that. Had to put the bike off the center stand, you know, jam a pry bar in the middle of the wheel. Took off the exhaust, and that's pretty easy because it's just hole there, that's the rear bracket, and then in there is the actual exhaust port itself, and that's two Allen head bolts. These guys, which I'm actually really surprised didn't strip, because look at them. Ugh. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the bike back up on the center stand, and what I think I can do is just pull this hub and just pull the wheel straight off. And I don't know if oil and all this other crap is gonna spew out of there. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. Alright, I had to look up how to do this one online. The rear wheel was not coming off, but I loosened up the pivot arm bolt right there and popped it off, at least a little bit, with my pry bar, and now the wheel comes off. So let's see what we got over here. Okay, let's get you off. And just like I thought, now it slides right off. Cool. Yay. Now I can replace the tire. There's plenty of life left in these brake shoes. That's good. teeth on the spline look good. Sweet. Those are two things you probably should be inspecting when you get this wheel off. That's cool. Yay. I might have to loosen this guy up all the way so I can put the rear pivot back on, but I'll do that later. Let me show you how to take this wheel off. So now we got the wheel off. It's time to get this tire off. And if you can see in the video, all these little cracks. I delivered on this thing for a week knowing this, and I'm glad that I finally got a new tire in here, because it was only a matter of time before that blew out. But all this is an attachment I use for my air compressor to fill up tires, and I just pop it on there and let it all drain out. You can help this process by leaning on the tire once all the air starts to get out of there. But the hardest part of this is going to be breaking the bead, but I have a way of doing that. So let's just have this drain for a while. So now there's no more air coming out of this thing, but you can actually hear it. That little crunchy sound, that's the bead breaking. You just want to go around doing this and flip it over. And do the same on the other side. And let's see if we can get some more air out of this thing. Do that just by holding down and standing on this thing. Until you don't hear any more air coming out. Alright, let's break that bead. So what I got here is some instant wax, car wax. I usually use Super Clean degreaser, but this works too. It's just its shelf life is kind of limited. It dries up fairly quick, but it works good for getting the surface lubricated. Tire irons, highly suggest you get those. And I'm just going to go around and down, pushing down on this a little bit, try and get that bead to unseat. Let's see if I can sneak. Sneak a wrench in here. Not yet. Not yet. I'm going to do a little trick. Push down on that. Grab this. Still a little bit of air coming out, so there's a lot of air. Okay. Now maybe I can get in there. Not yet. A little bit more convincing. Eventually it'll just boom. Almost. There we go. Now we got it. If it's an old rotten tire like this, who gives a damn about ruining it? And just hook it underneath. Work your way around. we'll bring this back over here a little bit. There we go. These tire irons are great to have, especially if you tour. You never know when you're gonna get a flat on the road. These things are cheap. I think they're less than 20 bucks on Amazon. All right, now let's break the bead on this side. Okay, persistence pays off. Got all that crap done. New tire. It's an IRC. It's a cheap eBay brand, but you know, at 50 bucks, it'll last. Note the orientation. Note that the side with all the, the actual hub side, it rolls down like that. So make sure that the drive, whatever it marks as drive on the tire, is in that direction. So that's like that. So that's how that goes. So boom. Now we know the correct orientation. So more of the lubricant. Let's put a little bit on here too. Why not? Make it easier. Slip it on. Also, you want to check your valve stem on the inside just to make sure that it looks like it's in good shape. And honestly, if you're holding air beforehand, it's in good shape. Now let's get this tire on here. There we go. Ooh. Just a little bit at a time. It'll eventually get in there. Notice I'm putting some pressure down on this. Want it to slip in there. If there's any debris that falls in, obviously get rid of it. Might be an easier way to do this. Not a pro. Shade tree mechanic at best. Now let's hit it a little bit more over here. Come on. There's that. Almost there. A little bit more. And nope, did it itself. Okay. Alright. That was the hard part. Might be raining soon. I gotta hurry up. Wait, am I doing that right? I'm not doing that right. Flip it. There we go. Like I said, shade tree. use my knee to hold my place, kind of. Otherwise, it'll kind of change position, and you'll end up doing a little bit more work than you planned for, because it'll just keep moving around the rim and you'll never make progress. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Should be just one more. We should be good. I said just one more. We should be good. This thing to help. That should be it. Yes. All right. It's on. Let's fill it up with air to set the bead. What's the max filling on this? It says it's 36 psi. Probably fill it to like 40 or something. So I want to overfill it first so that the bead's set, and just basically keep doing that until you're good. Until you know, like, you can look at the wheel's surface from this angle, looking down. You can see like there's no ripples in it. It's, you know, if you have a balancing stand, spin it on the balancing stand and make sure that it's, you know, it's not like waving like that. It's rotating straight like it should. So let's fill it with some air. That's not diving into the rim at all. Like it's the same sort of circumference around both sides of the wheel. We can see that it is. So the tire has set well, and let's just check this is obviously, yeah, that's like 45 psi. 35, let's do a little bit less. Okay, it's about 30. That's good, let's balance it. Gave it a quick balance, didn't need much. I actually hear that some guys don't even balance scooter tires. This is my first scooter thing, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit that with some brake cleaner just cause. I mean, it's not like the inside here is easily accessible or anything, so while I got it off, might as well. Oh, that's gross. There we go. Just keep that action moving good for years to come. Cool. That wheel weight is now the most shiny and new part of this whole wheel. Let's get you back on. Dude, you better fit. Back on. I'm just gonna put these on here just for safekeeping, so I don't lose them. And this was missing a cotter pin when I took the wheel off, so I'm gonna definitely put a cotter pin back on there. Let's go to the other side and look at the hooking the brake back up. All right, so I've been outside struggling with this stupid thing for a while now, mainly because when I removed the rear brake handle, I didn't do this. I didn't just unscrew this adjuster nut, which is what you should do. What I did is I took off the entire arm. So when you do that, you have to readjust the entire brake, like, you know, reset the spring on the arm, all that stuff. Big pain in the ass. So when you do it, just take this off. Like, just save yourself some headaches. So now it works. And now I'm just gonna tighten up the other bolt, or the axle bolt, and get that to about, I don't know what the torque setting on it is, but usually for lug nuts it's around 70 foot-pounds, so that's what I'm gonna put it at. And that should be good enough. 70 foot-pounds on this little thing should be just fine. But yeah, that's how you do it. I mean, and then after that, just ride the damn thing. Take it easy on new tires, obviously. There is a break-in period of around 20 to 50 miles, so just be careful. Don't go crazy on them, but you know, yeah, that's it. I can't believe there were no videos of how to do this on the net, and mine's not anywhere near the best, but you know, being the only game in town, big fish in a small pond, that ain't bad either. Oh yeah, and put your disgusting exhaust back on.